Imagine walking through a dense jungle. The air is heavy, every step feels watched, and suddenly you freeze. Because just a few feet away, something massive shifts in the water. Not a branch, not a shadow, a snake. Thick as a tree trunk, longer than a car, silently watching, waiting. Now hold that image, because in another part of the world, at this exact moment, there's another snake. But this one, it could be sitting on your fingertip and you wouldn't even notice. No fear, no sound, no warning. Just a tiny thread-like creature living its entire life hidden beneath your feet. Same planet, same type of animal, two completely different extremes. That's what makes snakes so fascinating. They are not just creatures of fear, they are creatures of contrast. From silent giants that dominate rivers and jungles to microscopic survivors that thrive in the soil, snakes have mastered the art of survival in ways most animals never could. And today, we're diving straight into that extreme. We're putting the biggest snakes on Earth against the smallest ones ever discovered. This is size on a whole different level. Power versus subtlety, strength versus stealth. Giants versus miniatures. So get ready, because this is the 5 biggest snakes versus the 5 smallest snakes in the world. Let's start with the giants. First, the legendary green anaconda. Known scientifically as Eunectes murinus, this snake is widely considered the heaviest snake in the world. Native to the swamps and rivers of South America, especially the Amazon basin, this giant can grow up to 30 feet long and weigh over 250 kilograms. But what makes it truly terrifying isn't just its size, it's its power. The green anaconda is a master of ambush. It spends most of its time in water, where its massive body is perfectly hidden. When prey comes close, it strikes with lightning speed, wrapping its powerful coils around its victim and crushing it with immense force. From deer to canines, nothing is safe when this giant is nearby. Next, the reticulated python. This is officially the longest snake in the world. Found across Southeast Asia, from Indonesia to the Philippines, the reticulated python can exceed 30 feet in length. What's fascinating about this snake is its agility. Despite its massive size, it's an excellent climber and swimmer. It thrives in forests, grasslands, and even near human settlements. Its beautifully patterned skin gives it perfect camouflage, allowing it to blend seamlessly into its surroundings. And yes, there have even been rare cases where these snakes have attacked humans. Moving on, we have the Burmese python. Native to South and Southeast Asia, the Burmese python can grow up to 23 feet long and weigh over 90 kilograms. Unlike the reticulated python, this snake is more heavy-bodied and slower, but no less dangerous. In places like Florida, where it has become an invasive species, it has caused serious damage to local wildlife. It's a silent hunter, relying on patience, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Then we have the African rock python. This is Africa's largest snake, and one of the most aggressive on this list. It can grow up to 20 feet long and is found across sub-Saharan Africa. What makes this snake unique is its defensive nature. Unlike many other large snakes that prefer to avoid humans, the African rock python is known to stand its ground and can be extremely dangerous if threatened. It's strong, fearless, and highly adaptable. Finally, the king cobra. Now, this one is different. The king cobra is not the heaviest nor the longest overall, but it holds a special title, the longest venomous snake in the world. Growing up to 18 feet long, this snake is found in forests across India and Southeast Asia. But what truly sets it apart is its intelligence. The king cobra can raise a third of its body off the ground, look a human in the eye, and deliver a deadly bite filled with powerful neurotoxin venom. It doesn't just rely on size, it relies on precision, awareness, and lethal efficiency. Now, let's flip the scale completely and enter the world of the smallest snakes on Earth. First, the Barbados thread snake. This is officially the smallest snake in the world. Discovered in Barbados, this tiny creature measures only about 4 inches long. That's smaller than a pencil. It lives underground, feeding on ants and termites. Its body is so thin and delicate that it looks more like a piece of thread than a snake. Next, the Brahminy blind snake. Also known as the flower pot snake, this species is found across Asia, Africa, and even parts of the Americas. It usually grows up to 6 inches long. What makes it fascinating is that it's an all-female species. Yes, they reproduce without males, and because they often travel in soil of potted plants, they've spread across the world without people even noticing. Then, the thread snake. There are several species in this group found in tropical regions. They are incredibly small, usually around 8 to 12 inches long. These snakes spend most of their lives underground, rarely seen by humans. They are harmless, secretive, and perfectly adapted to a hidden lifestyle. Moving on, the black-headed dwarf snake. Found in parts of Africa, this tiny snake grows to about 6 to 8 inches long. Its small size allows it to navigate through tight spaces, hunting insects and small invertebrates. It's quick, subtle, and almost invisible in its environment. And finally, the Texas blind snake. Found in the southern United States and Mexico, this snake grows up to about 10 inches long. It often appears after rain, wriggling through the soil. Many people mistake it for an earthworm, but it's actually a fully adapted snake with its own unique survival strategy. So there you have it. From the massive green anaconda, capable of overpowering large animals, to the tiny Barbados thread snake, small enough to fit on a coin. Nature doesn't just create life. It experiments, it pushes limits, it creates extremes that leave us in awe. And maybe, just maybe, the next time you think about snakes, you won't just think about fear. You'll think about how incredible and diverse they truly are.